My girlfriend's best friend called crying. "I have to warn you, she's cheating. I have photos." I said, "Send them." She said 12 photos of my girlfriend with another guy. When I investigated and found out the photos were from 3 years ago, before we even met. Her best friend was trying to break us up. I, 29 male, got the call at 11:43 p.m. on a Thursday. My girlfriend was asleep in my bed, and I'd gotten up to grab water when my phone lit up. Her best friend's name on the screen. Weird. She'd never called me directly before. We had a cordial relationship, friendly at parties, polite texts and group chats, but we weren't close. She'd been my girlfriend's ride or die since college, and I respected that boundary. I answered quietly, stepping into the hallway. "Hello?" Sobbing. Hysterical, messy sobbing. "I'm so sorry," she choked out. "I didn't want to be the one to tell you, but I can't watch this anymore. You're such a good guy, and she's been lying to you." My stomach dropped. "What are you talking about?" "She's cheating on you. I have proof. Photos. I've been sitting on them for weeks because I didn't know what to do, but I can't keep this secret anymore. You deserve to know." I stood there in my dark hallway, heart pounding. 18 months with this woman. I'd met her parents. She'd met mine. We were talking about moving in together next year. "Send them," I said. My voice was flat, calm, completely disconnected from the chaos in my chest. "Are you sure? They're pretty bad. Send them." She did. 12 photos. My girlfriend with another guy, kissing him, sitting on his lap at what looked like a bar. Him with his arm around her shoulders, her laughing at something he said. One particularly damning shot of them walking into what appeared to be a hotel lobby. I stared at the photos for a long time. Then I did something that probably saved my relationship. I didn't wake my girlfriend up and confront her immediately. Instead, I said, "Thanks for telling me. I need to process this. I'm so sorry. I know this is devastating. If you need to talk, I'm here. I've always thought you deserved better than... I'll call you later." I hung up. Went back to bed. Didn't sleep. Just lay there, looking at my girlfriend's face in the dim light, trying to reconcile the woman I loved with those photos. But something nagged at me, a detail I couldn't place. The next morning I called in sick to work. My girlfriend left for her job around 8 a.m., kissing me goodbye, completely unaware that I'd spent the night examining photos of her apparent betrayal. First thing I did, looked at the photos again. Really looked. The bar in the background, the guy's clothes, my girlfriend's hair. It was shorter in the photos. Way shorter. She'd grown it out significantly since we started dating. Then I noticed her nails, bright blue with little stars. I remembered her mentioning once that she'd gone through a wild nail art phase in her mid-20s. She'd shown me pictures. That was before we met. My heart rate slowed. Something was off. I'm not a tech genius, but I know how to check photo metadata. Downloaded the images to my laptop. Right-clicked. Properties. Details. Date taken, November 14th. 3 years and 4 months ago. 3 years and 4 months ago, we'd been together for 18 months. We met at a mutual friend's birthday party in March of 2 years ago. These photos were from before we even knew each other existed. I checked every single one. All 12 photos had timestamps from the same weekend, over a year before we met. Some from different days that weekend, but all from the same time frame. My girlfriend wasn't cheating on me. She dated someone before me. Wild concept, I know. But her best friend had presented these photos as evidence of current infidelity. She'd called me sobbing, claiming she'd been sitting on them for weeks. That she couldn't watch this anymore. Why? I spent the next few hours doing something I'm not proud of. I went through her best friend's social media. All of it. Years back. Screenshots of everything. What I found made my skin crawl. 3 years ago, around the time those photos were taken, the best friend had posted some cryptic stuff. Vague quotes about unrequited feelings and watching someone you love choose wrong. At the time, my girlfriend had been dating the guy in the photos. I confirmed this by finding his tagged pictures on her old posts. But it got weirder. When my girlfriend and that ex broke up, about 6 months before she and I met, the best friend's posts got happier. New chapter energy. And sometimes the universe removes what doesn't serve us. Then I found an old comment on a group photo from 2 years ago. One of the best friend's college buddies had written, "Still waiting for you to shoot your shot with my girlfriend's nickname, lol." The best friend had replied, "Timing is everything." Oh no. The best friend wasn't just my girlfriend's best friend. She was in love with her. Had been for years. And when my girlfriend started dating me, seriously dating me, talking about a future, she'd decided to blow it up, with photos from a completely different relationship, photos she'd apparently saved for years. I sat back in my chair and let out a long breath. This was a lot. Update 1. The confrontation, 3 days later. I didn't tell my girlfriend immediately. I know that sounds bad, but I needed to be sure. Needed to think through how to handle this without blowing everything up in a way that hurt the wrong people. Over the next 2 days, I gathered more evidence. Found the guy in the photos on social media. He was engaged now, living in another state. His relationship timeline confirmed he'd dated my girlfriend years ago, and they'd broken up amicably. I also noticed something else. The best friend had been texting me more since that night. Checking in messages. "How are you holding up? Have you confronted her yet? I'm here if you need to talk through anything." She was fishing, waiting for the explosion she'd orchestrated. On Saturday afternoon, I asked my girlfriend if we could talk. We sat on the couch and I could see her getting nervous. "Is everything okay? You've been quiet lately." I took a breath. "On Thursday night, your best friend called me. She said you were cheating on me. She sent me 12 photos of you with another guy." My girlfriend's face went pale, then confused. "What? That's insane. I would never." "I know." I held up my hand. "I know you wouldn't, because the photos are from over 3 years ago, before we met. The metadata proves it." She stared at me. 3 years ago? That's when I was dating." Her eyes went wide. "Those are photos from my relationship with my ex. How did she even get those?" "I was hoping you could tell me." She grabbed her phone, scrolling frantically. She was with us that weekend at the beach. She took some of these photos for me because I didn't have a good camera. Her voice cracked. "She kept them?" "Apparently. And she's been texting me all week, asking if I've confronted you yet, waiting for us to break up over pictures from a completely different relationship." My girlfriend's confusion morphed into something else. Hurt. Deep personal hurt. Why would she do this? I showed her the screenshots, the old posts, the comment about shooting your shot, the pattern of behavior over years. She read through them in silence. When she looked up, there were tears in her eyes. I had no idea. She's been my best friend since sophomore year of college, 8 years. I tell her everything. She laughed bitterly. "I told her how happy I was with you, how I thought you might be the one. Maybe that's why she did it now. Things are getting serious between us. She was trying to destroy my relationship because she's, what? In love with me? That's what it looks like." My girlfriend stood up, pacing. "I need to talk to her. Confront her. This is..." "Wait," I caught her hand. "I have an idea, but you need to trust me." She looked at me for a long moment. "What kind of idea?" Here's the thing about manipulative people. They're usually pretty confident in their manipulation. They've gotten away with it before, so they think they'll get away with it again. I was counting on that. The next day, Sunday, I texted the best friend. "Can we meet? I haven't told her yet. I need advice on how to handle this." She responded in approximately 0.3 seconds. "Of course, I'm here for you. Coffee at 2? I suggested a cafe near the park. Public, but with outdoor seating where we could talk privately. What she didn't know, my girlfriend would be at the cafe already, sitting inside near the window, recording everything. She showed up looking concerned and supportive, the perfect image of a worried friend. "How are you holding up?" she asked, sliding into the chair across from me. "Not great. Those photos, I can't stop looking at them. I know, I'm so sorry I had to be the one to tell you, but you deserved the truth." I nodded slowly. "Can I ask you something? How did you get them?" Tiny hesitation. "She showed them to me. Bragged about it, actually. Said you were clueless and she could do whatever she wanted." My blood went cold, not because I believed her, but because she was lying so easily, so smoothly. "When was this? When did she show you these photos?" "About a month ago. She was drunk and got sloppy." Interesting, because the photos have metadata timestamps from 3 years ago. Her face flickered, just for a second. "What? The guy in the photos? I found him online. He's engaged. He and my girlfriend broke up over 2 years ago, before she and I ever met." That can't be right, she told me. She didn't tell you anything. You took some of these photos yourself. I can see your reflection in the window in photo number 7. Silence. She tried to recover. I don't know what you're talking about. You saved photos from her previous relationship for years. Then you sent them to me, claiming they were proof of current cheating. You called me crying about how hard it was to tell me, when really you were just trying to break us up. That's ridiculous. Why would I do that? Because you're in love with her. Have been for years, and you can't stand that she's happy with me. Her mask cracked, just a little. You don't know what you're talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I have your old posts, the comments from your friends, the timeline of your behavior. You've been waiting for her to be single again, and when it became clear that wasn't happening with me in the picture, you decided to make it happen. She stood up abruptly. This is insane. I was trying to help you. You were trying to destroy her relationship so you could swoop in. But here's the thing. I leaned back. I'm not the only one who knows. I nodded toward the cafe window. She turned, saw my girlfriend standing inside, phone in hand, tears on her cheeks but steel in her eyes. The color drained from her face. Update 2, the fallout, 1 week later. The confrontation at the cafe was ugly. My girlfriend came outside, and what followed was the most painful conversation I've ever witnessed. 8 years, my girlfriend said. 8 years of friendship. I defended you to everyone. When people said you were too intense, too possessive of my time, I said they didn't understand our bond. The best friend tried to spin it. You don't understand. He's not right for you. I've seen how he looks at other women, how he... Stop. Just stop. My girlfriend held up her phone. I recorded everything. Every lie you just told him, every manipulation, it's all here. You recorded me? That's illegal. One-party consent state. Google it. I'd never loved my girlfriend more than in that moment. The best friend started crying then. Real tears this time, I think. I just love you so much. I've loved you for so long and you never saw me, never even considered me. Because I'm straight. You know that. You've always known that. Feelings don't care about orientation. I thought if you just saw that men were worth it, if you could see how much I care about you. So your plan was to break my heart, hope I'd run to you for comfort, and what? I'd magically fall in love with you? It sounds stupid when you say it like that. It is stupid, and cruel, and manipulative. You tried to destroy something that makes me genuinely happy because you couldn't handle that. I don't want you. The best friend's tears turned bitter. You'll regret this. He's not who you think he is. He went through my social media. He's paranoid and controlling. He investigated because what you told him didn't add up. That's not paranoid, that's smart. My girlfriend shook her head. We're done, 8 years of friendship, and you ended it for a fantasy. You can't just throw away. I can. I am. Don't contact me again. We left her at that cafe crying into her cold latte. I'd be lying if I said it didn't feel good. But she didn't go quietly. Of course she didn't. Over the next week, she sent my girlfriend dozens of messages. Apologies at first, then accusations, then guilt trips. I can't believe you're choosing him over our friendship. You're going to look back on this and realize I was the only one who truly loved you. Everyone's going to know what kind of person you are, dropping your best friend for some guy. My girlfriend didn't respond to any of them, just screenshot and saved. Then the best friend started reaching out to their mutual friends. The story she told them was creative, I'll give her that. I was the manipulator. I'd isolated my girlfriend from her friends. I was controlling and had turned her against her best friend out of jealousy. Some people bought it initially. We got a few concerned texts from mutual friends asking if my girlfriend was okay and if she needed help getting out. That's when we played our card. My girlfriend created a shared document. In it, the original photos with metadata timestamps, screenshots of the best friend's old posts about unrequited love, the recording from the cafe, the text messages admitting she'd tried to break us up. Everything, organized chronologically with explanations. She sent the link to every mutual friend who'd reached out. The responses were immediate. Holy crap, I had no idea. She told me a completely different story. I'm so sorry I doubted you. This is actually psycho behavior. Within 3 days, the best friend's carefully constructed narrative collapsed. The friends she'd tried to recruit against us were now cutting her off. Someone apparently confronted her at a group dinner, and she stormed out crying. One of their old college friends texted my girlfriend, "I always thought something was off about how she talked about you, like she was obsessed. I just never thought she'd go this far." Final update. 3 weeks later, the best friend made one last attempt to salvage things. She showed up at my girlfriend's workplace during lunch. I wasn't there, heard about it afterward. Apparently, she walked right up to my girlfriend's desk, tears already flowing. "Please, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I've loved you for so long and it made me crazy. Can't you understand that?" My girlfriend stood up. "You need to leave. Just give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes to explain. I gave you 8 years. You used them to save photos for future manipulation and lie to my boyfriend's face. There's nothing to explain. I'm getting help. I started therapy. Good. That's for you. It doesn't fix what you did to us." Their coworkers were watching now. The best friend noticed and her desperation turned to anger. "You think you're so much better than me? You think he's so perfect? He's going to hurt you eventually. They all do. And when he does, I won't be there to pick up the pieces. That's fine, because even if he did hurt me, which he won't, I'd never come to someone who tried to destroy my relationship with fabricated evidence. Security's on their way. You should go." The best friend left before security arrived, but the scene had been witnessed by half the office. My girlfriend's boss pulled her aside afterward to ask if she was okay and if they needed to implement any safety measures. That night, we talked about everything. Not just the best friend situation, but us. What this whole mess had revealed about our relationship. "You could have believed her," my girlfriend said. "Most people would have. 12 photos, her crying on the phone, the whole performance. You could have just believed it and confronted me." I almost did, but something felt wrong. And I realized that if I was going to end things, I needed to be sure. "You deserved that." She was quiet for a moment. "Thank you for trusting me, or at least for trusting your gut about me. I'm just glad I checked the metadata." She laughed, the first real laugh I'd heard from her in weeks. Who knew photo timestamps would save our relationship? As for the best friend, last I heard she's not doing great. Lost most of her friend group after the truth came out. A few people still defend her. She was just in love, it's not her fault. But they're in the minority. She moved about a month after everything went down. New job, new city, probably new people to eventually obsess over. She tried one more time to reach out about 2 weeks ago. Email this time, since my girlfriend had blocked her everywhere else. "I know you hate me, and you probably should. But I want you to know that I'm working on myself. I'm in intensive therapy twice a week. What I did was wrong, and I understand that now. I don't expect forgiveness, but I needed you to know I'm trying to be better. I hope someday you can remember the good parts of our friendship." My girlfriend read it, then closed the laptop. "Are you going to respond?" I asked. "No, there's nothing to say. She's not my responsibility anymore." Cold? Maybe, but also necessary. 8 years of friendship doesn't entitle someone to forgiveness after they try to blow up your life with calculated lies. Things between me and my girlfriend are better than ever, honestly. Going through something like this either breaks you or bonds you. We chose the second option. We're moving in together next month. Her parents flew in last weekend to meet mine for the first time. It went well, awkward in the way all meet the parent situations are, but good. My girlfriend still has moments of grief about the friendship. 8 years is a long time. Sometimes she'll see something that reminds her of an inside joke they had or a trip they took together, and she gets quiet. I give her space when that happens. The loss is real, even if the friendship turned out to be rotten at the core. But she's healing. We both are. The biggest lesson from all this? Trust your gut, but verify before you react. Those 12 photos looked damning. Anyone would have been devastated. But something felt off, and I investigated instead of exploding. If I'd confronted my girlfriend immediately that night, accused her of cheating, maybe even broken up with her on the spot, exactly what the best friend wanted, we might never have recovered. Even after the truth came out, that kind of betrayal, being falsely accused by the person you love, leaves scars. Instead, I've got a partner who knows I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. And she's got a partner who knows she'll cut off toxic people without hesitation, even if it hurts. Not a bad foundation for a future. To everyone dealing with manipulative people in their lives, document everything. Check your facts. And don't let anyone weaponize your trust against the people you love.